What's up guys, my name is Brandon and welcome back to the third episode of the best iOS applications. In this video, we're going to be going over 5 amazing apps for your iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch. Now if you missed the first 2 episodes, make sure to check them out after watching this video. They are linked up in the cards and also down in the description below. Alright, so let's not waste any more time with this. Let's go and get into the very first application. So the first app is a very popular application called OpenTable, and this allows you to reserve a table at select restaurants throughout the city without ever having to talk to another person on the phone. Now, I've been using this application for a good while now, but I just realized a couple weekends ago when I used it to actually reserve a table that I haven't showed you guys on the channel this application at all. So let me just explain the context of why I used this application a couple weeks ago, just so you get a basic understanding of how this application works and what you would use it for. So 2 weekends ago, I wanted to reserve a table at a high-end restaurant that I knew would have a wait, but it was late at night and they were already closed when I wanted to reserve the table. Well, thanks to the OpenTable app, I was actually able to reserve it that night at like 2 a.m. without ever having to talk to anybody on the phone or worry about them being open. So yeah, it's very useful for many different situations, but as you can see here on the home screen, you have a couple different options really nicely laid out. You have dinner tonight, you have near me now, outdoor seating, recently booked. This is just what you've recently booked. We have new and hot restaurants, earn bonus points. So it's really broken down into very specific categories. You also have the search bar up here. So if you know what you want, you can go ahead and search it up there. You also have the search tab here, which will show you basically just a lot of the good restaurants right here. And what I really like about these search results is that it shows the times right there. It shows the reviews. You can see Taragucha, this is actually what I booked a couple weeks ago, has 628 reviews and it's 5 stars. It shows you how far away it is from your location, the price point, and things like that. You can see it was also booked 25 times today. So if we wanted to book this, go ahead and click on it. And then all you have to do from here is select your time. So you have these time frames right here. So we have 5, 5:30, 6, 6:30. So if you just click on 6:30, say you wanted to book a table for 6:30 for 2 people, you can see you have the date there and the time. You can select an occasion if you want. You can enter your phone number if you want, and you can allow the restaurant to email you if you want. And of course you can add a special request if it's like a birthday or something like that. You click reserve and that's it. You're completely done. And if you wanted to see future availability, you could do that right there. You also have the menu, so you can view the full menu for these restaurants. So we also have the reviews here. You can leave reviews and things like that. You can see it's good for birthdays, great service, good for anniversaries. Then you have all types of information about the restaurant right here. So very, very handy application if you find yourself, not even very often, but if you just find yourself needing to reserve tables for dates, for anniversaries, for whatever, this is a must-have application for you. Now if you go to the reservations tab right here, you can see that I reserved this on Saturday, August 19th at 6:30. For 2 people, you can see I gave it a 5-star review there. So it just basically shows your past and then it will show your upcoming right here as well if you do have upcoming reservations. Then if you go to the profile tab, it'll show you have all kind of things going on here. So what's really cool about this app is that you actually get points every time you reserve a table and review, and you can actually get rewards for the amount of points you get. So you can see here I'm 1,900 points away from a $20 dining reward. And you can see you get to choose, you can get the dining reward, you can also get a $10 Amazon gift card, you can have $50, you have all these things. So you just have to reserve a lot and you'll be able to get some of those prizes, which is really cool and a good incentive also to use the application. So yeah, again, that is OpenTable, an amazing application if you're planning a date or a special occasion where you know you're gonna have to reserve a table. Next up is Shadowmatic, and this is one of the best puzzle games I've ever played on the iPhone. So the objective in this game is to rotate and manipulate an object to cast a shadow on the wall to make, you know, like a person, an animal, an object, or whatever it happens to be on the level you're on. You don't know because it is a mystery going into that level. Now this is a paid application at $3.99, and you know, that is a little bit steep for a game, but it is worth it if you find yourself constantly needing to get lost for a few moments just during the workday or anything like that. It's well worth it if you actually play it and use it a lot. All right, so we're gonna go back to level 2 here with the little teapot and show you basically how it works. So basically all you have to do is rotate this little object and manipulate the shadow. So you're gonna make a shadow by rotating. You can use 2 fingers, you can use 1 finger, you have to use both fingers and also 1 finger to just kind of rotate it around and try to figure out how you're gonna get that object on the shadow there. And you don't actually know what the object is going in. So it's gonna be kind of a mystery as well, which makes it even more fun. Now you'll see that we have these little white dots at the bottom also, and that's gonna show you how close you are to creating the mysterious figure that you're trying to solve. So you should definitely be using that to your advantage to figure out, you know, how close you are, and just keep trying to go back to where you were and rotate it a little bit more until you get that object. And once you go further, it's gonna get a lot tougher. So you can see here on level 6, you actually have 2 objects and you have to move both of them to create one big object. So for this one, you have to create a chess piece and you actually have to move both objects around to make the shadow appear as one object. So it's pretty tough, really challenging, and just really, really fun. Definitely the most unique game, I think I've played on the iPhone. The next application is TV Time, and TV Time is actually sponsoring this video, so I want to give a big shout out and thanks to TV Time for sponsoring this episode. So TV Time is going to allow you to track your favorite shows across Hulu, Netflix, and any service like that to see when they're coming back on, when they're ending. You can vote on your favorite characters, you can take quizzes about the shows, and so much more. So you start off the application by making a profile and adding the shows you're either watching now or you have interest in watching in the future. So for me, you can see I have 2 shows here that have not started yet. So we have Shark Tank Season 9, which starts in 31 days, and then we have Stranger Things Season 2, which I'm extremely excited about, which starts in 57 days. And if you swipe up a little bit, you can go ahead and travel into the past and see some of the episodes from other shows that you've added in that you're following that have already aired in the past. So you can see Game of Thrones was on August 27th, and you can keep going up until you get, so you can see here we have Orange is the New Black, which is on June 9th, and you can just keep going. And let's just go ahead and click on Game of Thrones so I could show you what it looks like when you actually click on a show. So you can see here, here's the main page of Game of Thrones, and you can see we have season 1 through 7 right here, and you can see that I have not started on any of the seasons. I'm actually not into Game of Thrones, but you can see there, it shows your progress for the seasons. So let's say we go into season 1. Let's say we just watched the first episode, so we can go ahead and check that off right there. So once you check it off, you can see we have this pop-up down here that says, see what people are saying. If you go ahead and click on that, you unlock some new features now once you've actually watched an episode. So you can see here, you can see all kind of comments, all kind of, reactions from people, what they thought of the show and things like that. You have audio down here. You can record audio, video, pictures. You can do text. So you can see here, I can leave a comment since I did just mark it as watched. So anytime you mark something as watched, you can kind of just react in here and see what all the community is saying. And it's actually a really big community. So not even just for Game of Thrones, but for a lot of the shows. There's a lot of people on this application. So it's really cool to see what people are saying. It's very similar to like Facebook and things like that. You can see we have likes, we have replies, all that good stuff in here. You can see here on this page for season 1, episode 1, which I just marked as watched, you can have the emotion right here. You can select your favorite character from that episode if you want. You have a Q&A little section right here. Who is your favorite character? You can answer with a video reaction, and then you can scroll down. You can see the community reactions and things like that. And once you start getting deeper into the season, you're actually going to start unlocking quizzes, which are really, really cool. And that's one of my favorite parts of this application. So if we go to the For You tab down here at the bottom, you're going to see that we have quizzes. We have a section here for quizzes, and you can see Orange is the New Black, which I have watched every single season. So it shows me season 1, episode 1, all the way through season 4, episode 13. So only since I've watched all those seasons, that's how these quizzes are unlocked. So for like Game of Thrones, since I've only watched 1 episode, I don't have the quizzes unlocked yet. So if we go ahead and click on this, you can see here that we have quizzes. So we can go ahead and start quiz. So it gives you a little countdown right here. Then you have a really interactive thing right here. So I'm just going to guess that's Tennessee. I got it right. So you can see it adds up your points up there. So you can see the whole layout of the quiz is really interactive and really, really cool and modern, very sleek. So let's just go ahead and finish this up just to show you, I was just going through these questions, not trying to get them right, but you can see there, it shows your points. It shows, the average. You can see which ones you got right there as well. Then if you do have friends, you can see what their scores are right there. You can also challenge your friends by clicking this button. And if you click on the global tab, you can see the global score. You can see who has the top score and things like that, which is really cool. And what I like most about this For You tab is that you can actually find out new shows that you didn't know about. So you can get a lot of good insight from these articles and the quizzes. You can see some of the more popular reactions to shows and things like that. So it's really cool here. You can see basically new shows as well. And if you go and click the plus up there, you can explore. And this is really the best way to find shows as well. So you can see what's being added by the community. You can see new shows coming soon, Netflix shows, personal recommendations, all kind of things like this. All you have to do is click on add show and it will add it to your profile. So again, that is TV Time, a really great way to track your TV shows and get interactive with your TV shows. And I want to thank again TV Time for sponsoring this video. Next up is Listonic, and this is a dead simple grocery shopping list application. That's a mouthful, but it is probably the best one I've found yet. And I've been searching for a while. I've used a lot of different grocery shopping applications, and this is probably my favorite one as of right now. So as you can see, when you open up the application, you get a very, very simple UI. All you have to do is simply click on the little plus icon right here, name your list whatever, and click create. And then to start adding products, you do the same thing. Click the little plus icon right there, and you can start adding your products. And here's one of my favorite parts about this application. It's going to show your recent things and your most popular things that you get. So it knows that I always get Heinz ketchup, knows that I always get eggs and things like that. So it makes it very easy to add so I don't have to search for it and type it out every single time. So once we have all these things added right there, we can just go and click on done. And you can see here, it's actually going to sort them. And you can actually click on this little 3 dots right here, these little 3 dots, and you can click on show prices. And this is another really cool feature. So you can add in the price of everything, and it will actually show you the price, the total price before you get to the counter. So you can see it's unchecked and checked there as well. So if you just want to check for a few different things, It'll show you how much it costs right there before you get up to the line. You can also add quantities and things like that, and it's going to add it up for you, so you basically know what you're going to be paying before you get to the checkout counter. Now, another thing that makes this app really great, and a big reason I actually installed it in the first place, is that you can create, share, and edit the list on a computer, an iOS device, an Android device, and a Windows phone. So you can pretty much use this application on any device, and it's actually going to sync all together. So it's going to sync in real time. Think Google Drive, something like that. So you can be at a store, you can have, like your girlfriend or your wife at another store. You could both be checking off things on the list, and you won't end up with duplicates because it's syncing in real time. And it doesn't matter if she has an Android and you have an iPhone, it's going to work because the application syncs together on multiple different platforms, which is just awesome. So yeah, that is Listonic. Very, very simple application, but very, very effective. And the final application is the free version of Skyview. And this is actually an amazing application if you're into astronomy at all or just into space. And this is actually something that I really used and really got great use out of for the recent solar eclipse. So this application is going to use AR to actually show you where the stars and the planets and the sun are in the sky. So all you have to do with this application is point your phone at the sky, and it's actually going to show you where the planets are, where the sun is, where the constellations are. It's going to show you all kind of things in space and show you basically just where they are, what they are, and things like that. So it's really cool if you're into astronomy at all. So as I mentioned, this was cool when the solar eclipse was happening because in Florida, it was actually very, very cloudy. So I wasn't able to see the sun for a good while. So I had to pull out this application and I put it up to the sky, and I could actually see where the sun was, even though I couldn't see it with my own eyes because it was so cloudy. So I knew where it was. I knew where to be looking in case the clouds cleared, if there's like a little clearing in the sky. So it was really useful for that. And it's also just really cool if you look up and see a bright star and you're just wondering what planet that is. It's really cool to just be able to pull out your phone, look at it, and see exactly which planet it is. So yeah, that is Skyview, the free version. It is a really, really awesome application if you are into astronomy and planets and things like that, like I am. So there you have it, guys. Those are 5 more amazing iOS applications. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, make sure to check out the other 2 episodes if you haven't done so already. Also, make sure to leave a comment if you did download TV Time. Let me know what you guys think about TV Time and any of the other applications. Basically, just which one was your favorite, which ones did you download, things like that. And if you know of any other good applications that I should cover here on the channel, make sure to let me know down in a comment as well. So thanks again for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe for episode 4, which is coming next month. I'm going to be doing these every single month. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.